Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and I'm going to do something a little different in this show. About a year ago, I started a new hobby in these little microcomputers and microprocessors, and I got the Raspberry Pi, and I got an Arduino, and I started playing with it, building little projects, and then I got sidetracked, and I put it away. And I haven't touched it for a year maybe, until a couple weeks ago, one of the YouTube channels that I follow all the time because he has excellent shows is Eric's and let me get the little cheat sheet here, and I'll zoom in for a little bit here, and we'll move it over, at MK lowercase ME Lab, Space Lab, MK uppercase, and then lowercase ME Space Lab. And Eric is in Canada, and he's very intelligent when it comes to electronics, when it comes to programming. He's done shows for quite a while, and he's been a little dormant, and then all of a sudden about 2 weeks ago he started a brand new series, and he shows you how to do various projects using these small microcontrollers and microcomputers and stuff like that. So he did one using this device, which is an ESP8266 microcontroller, and this little display here is OLED display. So instead of, because I am really a newbie when it comes to this stuff. So he listed the piece parts you should get, and he listed some software that he had developed, and he showed. And so what I did, I went on Amazon to see what I could find, and I found this kit. Here's the kit right here. And this is from UCT Tronics on Amazon. It's the ESP8266 weather station, and it's a full kit. You get all the things shown here: the microcontroller, the display, the little breadboard, the wires, the USB cable, and an instruction manual, and some jumper wires, and a humidity and temperature sensor. I haven't hooked that up yet. So you can build this little weather station. Well, the initial project was to install some code on this microcontroller that would go to a website on the internet and get weather information. It would get the present temperature of a city that you chose. I chose Clearwater, that works. And it would give you the next 3-day forecast. And I think that's about it. I think you can get other things, but that's what the program did. Now, the one thing I'm struggling with, and I'm max zoomed, is you probably can't see it very well, and maybe if I dare lift it up. Okay, and it gives you the time, your local time. There's the temperature right now, and it's going to get some more data. Starts over, and then there's the temperature and forecast for the next 3 days. Pretty cool. And this kit that has everything you need is $18 on Amazon. Now, what I was struggling with is it presents the information in degrees C. And being in Florida, United States, I wanted an F. And when I went to the website, you have to register on the website to get this data, and it's free. And then it allows you to use this application to go out to the internet and grab the data. Now, this microcontroller, unlike the Raspberry Pi and the Arduino, has a built-in Wi-Fi. So this is running Wi-Fi right now, getting this weather data from the internet from that website. Pretty cool. And like I say, Eric did a show on doing something similar to this, not exactly the same, similar to this. And he sparked my interest to get back into playing with this, since shortwave reception right now is pretty much in the toilet. I can say I'm a newbie. I'm just starting to. I never got very far before, and I'm just starting now. And I've been searching Amazon. I've been searching the Android apps to see if there's some applications that will teach you how to use this, which there are hundreds. There are hundreds of applications, hundreds of ebooks on using these devices, not only this one, but other ones. There's even smaller ones, and of course the Raspberry Pi and the Arduino. What I want to do is, I didn't really want to do this one, which goes out and gets weather data from that website. What I wanted to do is I wanted to use the sensor that came with the kit and have it sense local temperature and humidity, which is the project that Eric showed you. But he has his own code. I have not programmed this device with his code yet. It's just something to do, because since I was a newbie, I used the examples that comes with this device. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Like I say, I'm just scratching the surface of this. It is really fantastic. If you have some websites, some YouTube channels, some Android apps, or even the Apple apps, I do have an iTouch, or any books that you think would be of value for me or the people I'm watching. Or if you're just interested in this kind of stuff, I can do more shows on this. They won't be the quality of Eric's. Eric's is totally knowledgeable of using these devices. He's been using them for a long time, and he's used them a lot. So he's totally knowledgeable. He's the best place to go, and especially with this series he started now. For some reason, it's been about a week before he's done a show. Now, I know how that can go, that you get busy or something comes up and you can't get to your shows. So check out his channel. And he has a bunch of other older shows that he did on these devices. But this is a brand new series that he started on these little projects. So if you know of any information, let us know. You can either leave a comment with a link, or you can send me an email directly to trrs73@gmail.com. I'd appreciate it. And also let me know if you want me to pursue this. One of the options I was thinking about is doing a hangout on the air where you can participate via the, not comments, whatever they call it, that you can make a live comment on the show. I forgot what they call it. So I was thinking about doing that too, and maybe start a different project. It is a little difficult to get started with this, because you have to learn about the programming and the programming software, because you're going to be either taking programs that have already been developed, of which there are millions. I mean, there's websites dedicated just to these devices and projects and programming and stuff. So you can do it that way, which is kind of what I've done so far, since I don't know that much of program. Or you can learn how to program using the development system that comes with it, but you can download the Arduino development system in this case, and either develop your own, or what I plan on doing is taking some of these and that are already developed and modify them to what I want. Like I'm trying to modify this program that captures this data, but it captures it in C. And I think I was trying to say before, if I went to the website, it talks about getting this data. And it says, it gives you kind of some hints of how to get it and what the code should do. And one of the options was to get the information in Fahrenheit instead of centigrade. Well, the program that I got apparently is a little older because it doesn't have the format in the code similar to what's on the website now. So I tried mucking around with it and I couldn't get it to work. I wrote the author or the seller of this kit, and I asked him, how do I get it to present the data in Fahrenheit? And he answered me, but he answered me for when you're using the sensor, the local sensor that you plug into this device. So he gave me the answer, but that wasn't my question, and I didn't word it thoroughly, so I didn't get the right answer. My answer was, how do you get it to display Fahrenheit from that website that he has told you in his documentation of how to get on and get the data? So I'm struggling with that. I like this, and he actually I don't know if his other application will do both get data from the local sensor and get data from the website. I don't know if it does both or it does one or the other. Like I say, I haven't tried the one with the sensor yet. And you get a lot of stuff. You get resistors. What else? You get, okay, here it shows you. This is where this is what you get with a kit. You get the microcontroller. This is the temperature and humidity sensor. This is a USB cable. These are some jumper cables. I'm not using those. I'm using jumper cables that I already had apart from another kit. And then this is the OLED display. Now, it kind of blew my mind. I saw the OLED display on Eric's shows, and it says in the description the size. I didn't realize the display was so small. It is really tiny. But by doing that, it makes it a very compact little system. So you can, especially if you're knowledgeable and have a 3D printer like Eric, you can make a case for this and hardwire it instead of using a breadboard. And then this will only take up like a couple of inches, you know. And so you can have this be a standalone device. And it's not that you can't buy this already assembled, and you know, I've got a dozen little weather stations because I'm into weather, but you can modify the code to your desires, and you get the satisfaction as you got it working. Pretty cool. I'm hoping I could run across a application for this controller that will do something similar and go get the go get the solar data from that NOAA website and display it here and check the solar flux index, and if it's greater than some number, right now I'd be happy if we got a 72, it would flash or something. And this device, since it has Wi-Fi, it could send you an email. Matter of fact, one of Eric's projects that using this setup and a sensor, I don't think he used the display because he was using the controller to send him messages, and it would measure weather and temperature via the same sensor, I think, and it would send him an email with that information. That's too cool. That's what really got me interested in getting back into this. Okay, I've babbled enough. If you can provide me with any information, I'd appreciate it. I thank Eric for doing this new series on these little projects. Check out his website. It's MK, capital MK, lowercase ME space LAB. That's his YouTube channel. That's it. Have a great day. Bye-bye. I got to turn the air conditioner. It is hot in this workshop.